Hey church, how's it going? I hope your lockdown is going well, and we're 2 weeks through it, and moving into the home stretch. And we're on to part 4 of our devotional today. Remember, we're looking at the last 7 words of Jesus, or the last sayings of Jesus as he was on the cross. And today we're in the book of Mark, and we are at chapter 15, verse 34. Let's read that out. It says, "And at the 9th hour, Jesus cried out with a loud voice, saying, Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani," which is translated, my God, why have you forsaken me?" And so, we've discussed that Jesus is going through this difficult time. He's being tortured, and the pressure and the pain and the suffering, and all of this is happening. And at this moment, many would say this was the darkest moments of Jesus' time during the crucifixion. Many would say that this is even a crucifixion inside the crucifixion. Why? Because at this moment, Jesus is feeling the weight and the pressure and the judgment of the sin of the world hanging on his shoulders. He's literally got the weight of the world on his shoulders at this time. And so it's pressing down upon him. Many even say that in this time, God the Father in heaven literally turned his face away from Jesus for the first time, because sin separates from God, and Jesus was feeling the weight of that in this moment. And it's in this moment we see Jesus make this heartfelt prayer. And he says, my God, why hast thou forsaken me?" He lets out the anguish and he directs it towards God. And so I want to bring a thought out, and that thought is, what do you do when you're going through hard times? What do you do when pain and anguish are inside your soul? What do you do with that? Where do you go when the struggles and the bitter emotions that life can sometimes throw at you, when they hit you full force? What do you do with that? Because in Jesus' most darkest and deepest moments, he doesn't just hold it in and act like nothing's happening. He doesn't just say, you know what, I'm fine, everything's okay. No, he lets out a bitter and heartfelt prayer, and he directs it towards God. What about you? Do the most painful times in your life, do they drive you to passionate prayer? Does that pain get turned into a heartfelt, passionate prayer aimed at God, asking God, seeking God? You know what? Some of the most difficult times in my life have driven me to the throne of God and have created some of the most amazing encounters that I've ever had with God in my life. And it was in the times of hardship and pain that caused it. I want to encourage you, when you're going through difficulty, when the world's on your shoulders, take that pain and turn it into passionate prayer. Direct it to God. I'm not saying you go around commanding God, but I'm saying let God know how you feel. Let God know. Yes, I understand that God knows what we're thinking. He knows it before you even ask. But you know what? If Jesus himself had to let out that anguish, had to let out that pain, then I think as followers of his, we would need to do that too. And so I encourage you to do that. God bless you, and I'll see you tomorrow.